Peace be upon you, Libra. I recorded. We're going to start again. And we're going to, since I already spoke about the collective energies for this full moon, but it was on a live which I had to private. So we're going to look at all signs. The same blunt energy. But it will lead to something almost as if it's in the background, slowly raising to the surface. Some integration, some acceptance, some aha, some eureka. So, oh, okay, I get it. It's beautiful. But it comes up so, it's not blunt, it's not abrupt. But the process that you're currently going through seems to be a shedding. A shedding, it's a spring cleaning. Used to be temple cleaning, right now it's spring cleaning. So, unpleasant tasks ahead, then again most necessary, and you're gonna be rewarded with the serenity in knowing that your heart was in the right place and you did wherever you were called to do, even if it's implied you having to obviously pay the consequences for that. It's some sort of a necessity to do what you deem to be right, regardless of what anyone else may say or feel about it. Time to take your power back. 10 of Cups. This is Aries energy. Successful fulfillment, realization. It can be either a happy event, festivities, marriages, unions, communions. Incredibly good and unexpected news. Completion of a family, announcement of either births or pregnancies. The ultimate fulfillment, such a joy. Beautiful. Okay. Taurus. Taurus, you're well established, focusing on business, got everything going on for you. High energy, everything's going great. You're keeping at it, you're maintaining some momentum, some rhythm, some focus, you're not easily distracted at this time. You're on the flow and you're going at it in a rhythm or a routine or a pattern that seems to be unshakable because it works, it's successful. No big changes for you. It's just about maintaining the flow regardless of what's being thrown at you. Gemini. Okay, there you are, Magician in reverse. You're preaching well, but yeah. That's all there is to it. It's coming to terms or realization of having invested your effort or misused skills, tools, etc., your general qualities or traits. Either they were ill invested or timing was off, or you got to individuate at the stage what went wrong. You had the skills, the capacities, the opportunities, the resources. You had it all. Why doesn't it work? Intention. You forgot about intention. Cancer. Empress. Again, marriages, abundance, prosperity, pregnancies. General-wise, motherhood or great relationships with the feminine in general, dealing or interacting with wise or elderly, more mature feminine, so either receiving some advice or reconnecting with your mother, etc. If you're a feminine Cancer, you are becoming this very energy, nurturing, loving, ever willing to help, ever capable, humble, hardworking, fruitful and creative. Most beautiful of energies. If you're a feminine, this is also news of either becoming a mother or a grandmother. But it's also a feminine that's usually already either committed, represents authority within her social circle, at her workplace, in her environment. Everybody looks up to her when it comes to a role model, when it comes to anything to do with the divine feminine in a very tangible and practical sense, whether it's the mother archetype, whether it's the queen wife, whether it's the queen mother, whether it's the lover archetype, or the sister, or whichever archetype, she embodies them all. And this is the role model, basically, the one that everyone would look to or give as an example when they would seek to aspire to something more in tune with what would be perceived to be natural, beyond personal definitions or expectations. She embodies the whole of the Mother Earth, aka nature, archetypal principles, values, activities, behavior, attitudes, and so on, dynamics. So, Cancer, this is an energy that's actually quite auspicious for you, because water and earth, they build something. So for those that are single, they're either finding their counterpart, and for the feminines, they're becoming someone else, or they either accept an offer or Leo. A wish is granted, some form of success, realization, or coming to the forefront. Either you're into public speaking, either you're in entertainment, or you have some form of a raise that may imply you needing to step up and therefore interact with more people and basically be some form of a CEO, become your own boss, your own employer, and so on. A businessman, someone who's in entertainment or showbiz, someone who's highly capable, knows their stuff, knows what they're doing, where they're coming from, and where they're going. But usually this is also someone who's admired, looked up to, the same kind of an energy as for Cancer. You see how it lingers, it's just different natures to it. But this is something rather more idealistic and intangible, and brings awe, right? This is rather more grounded. It's achievable. So why someone would rather aspire to this? Whereas this refers to our other qualities, rather more spiritual. Anything to do with faith, aspirations, life path, purpose, right? Our connection with divinity, God, our higher self, our interpretation of the realm based on our perception of the upper worlds, and so on. It's powerful. Leo, this is a state of complete bliss, acknowledgement, accolades, rewards for merit, recognition, achieving results that may impact a group, a class, or a category of people, whether within a company, whether within your own family. You're quite a sight to behold, or rather what you're achieving, how you're moving, your principles, your actions are without blemish, almost as if it's so easily perceptible that you are anchored into something higher beyond yourself, or which can only, though, be tapped into by you. So hence why you're receiving the accolades, but because of your connection to the divine or higher mind, and so on. So you're seen as some form of a host or a vessel for the divine. Either way, in a practical sense, Leo, you're achieving positive results and outcomes, when it comes to something that you aspired towards. This is that stage. This is fulfillment even beyond your highest aspirations, as in, because when you get to live it, it's a whole different experience altogether. So you're definitely in that momentum of rejoicing and basking in the results. But you yourself being in awe of how you got here. So there's also an acknowledgement of, providence and the participation of the divine in this whole process. So what you're realizing is how you've actually been co-creating, what forces have moved you, and why you needed to reach this stage, what actually motivated you to do so, and so on. Virgo, this is your energy overall. The Three of Swords in reverse. You're basically coming out of a conflict, or rather, not even getting into it to begin with. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want the confirmation. So you're acting based on just mere intuition and rationale, because I'm feeling you've kind of gathered some proof along the way. And matching hunches and other details, you decided, I know what's up. I don't need the confirmation. It's fine. I'm out. I'm sorry, Virgo. It takes quite the courage, the presence, and the intelligence, both spiritual, practical, and emotional, to be able to do so. Libra. Let's just say that, you're not very liked right now. Welcome to the club. You gotta do what you gotta do. This is an energy of speaking or communicating or expressing, whether views, ideas, concepts, truths that are either unwelcomed or seem to be unappreciated, or doesn't matter. Do it. The truth is the truth. So you stop caring, Libra, about other people's opinions. You're not trying to control their perception, their reaction, their response. There's no ego in this. So go ahead and do it. Revealing hidden secrets, painful truths and revelations, based on a call to do so, within a spirit of self-sacrifice. Eternally grateful for you. Scorpio. 9 of Cups. Fulfillment. There's something that's actually going to come to pass. And it may not have to do with you directly. You may be happy for someone else's happiness. You'll be rejoicing at someone else's success. Someone you may hold dear. Either way, your heart is full. A desire is fulfilled. A wish is granted. Because it is a higher wish, in the sense of you're happy because someone else has either overcome something, a challenge, or is safe, or they managed to heal, escape something. Either way, you're really rejoicing at that. Getting together with friends, good news and invitations, festivities for you as well. Spending time with people and socializing, great family relationships, and overall emotional fulfillment. Intuition is on point. Here and there you will still be sharp. You, much like Libra, you're both karmics, just at different stages, right? You are the one to literally cut heads. And thank you for the service. Sag, 2 of Pentacles in reverse. You failed to make a choice. Now there's a choice no more. Yeah. You were either entertaining two relationships, two jobs, two possibilities, two ideas, two paths, two homes, two families, whatever this was. I strongly feel that you were left with none. I'm sorry. Choice is no longer there. You failed to make one. So if you chose none, were any of these your choice to make to begin with? Why was it so hard to choose, Sag? Was it just ego? No, I don't think so. You just couldn't. You just couldn't. Capricorn. A 7 of Wands in reverse. A need to defend yourself and your interest. Recognize enemy. Sometimes your inner child is sometimes naive, especially if you work hard and you finally make a friend, or you may be socially, well, awkward, or just general-wise, you don't invest as much in your social life. And so, since you're focused on being productive, grounded and things that matter and so on, you may need to be wary of people's intentions. And I know it's nice to have great company, right? It's better than being alone. But not everyone is honest around you. I need to defend or protect your interests, your family, so be reserved, docile. Yeah, spend time with people, absolutely, but don't just trust anyone. If you detect any attempt to someone forcefully trying to get into your business, in your start approaching your family members, or you got to stop them right there. Aquarius. Aquarius. It's a lack. It's a season of lack. And apparently it concludes with you having to accept that you have a lot of things to work on, important decisions to make. Potential enough is no longer satisfactory. You are needed and you are unable to step up to it. Whether you're masculine or feminine, you didn't step up to it. And I believe this kind of revelation is disappointment in yourself. There's some form of a shame or guilt or realization of this aspect that you've never considered. Being unreliable, egoistic, or unstable, whether financially. She's the one that is sterile. She cannot provide. She does not offer anything from anything that she may receive, as is supposed to, right? You receive the seed, you carry it in your womb, you put it forth in the world. No, she's putting nothing forth in the world. She has taken more than what she has given. So she is lacking in both generosity, openness, genuine kindness, selflessness, nurturing qualities, or love whatsoever. It's a very egoistic kind of and no matter how she may spin it, ultimately it's about to do with trying to preserve one's, whatever they may define as freedom, comfort, individual choices, and freedom of choice overall. Yeah, but at what cost here, right? So it's not tending to one's responsibilities. And again, not making good use of one's resources, skills, talents, intellect, time, not birthing anything. And Aquarius is kind of starting to learn about this aspect and take some accountability, whereas they can always, flip it. It's there. They just never arrived at that stage, whereas they felt they wanted to. Do they want to do it now? No, I don't feel they do. So obviously they themselves have stopped receiving. Again, there's a sense of lack. There's no more prosperity. Finances are looking terribly. There's no stability. people start, no longer interacting or approaching. She's got nothing of worth to offer. Or rather, even if she would, it's not from the heart. So nothing will grow. Nobody wants it. It's like giving poisoned food or food that was cooked like with complete disregard, almost with like spite, and there's no soul in it. There's no passion or love or care. So an overly materialistic kind of a nature and egoistic has been revealed, whereas Aquarius is feeling that they were being the opposite of what they would have wanted to be or portray or aspired, propose themselves to be. Pisces. Pisces, fast movement forward, Chariot energy. A decision is already made. There's either traveling for whichever purpose, but it's exciting energy. You're not too worried about how you're going to get there or the path per se. So yeah, just be careful. I understand wanting to, just hang on to the momentum, but stay ever present, because, the night is dark and full of terrors. So trust your intuition as you move. It's going to warn you beforehand, should there be any, unforeseeable events or possible blockages. But either way, you're going to push through. Whatever you've embarked on here, you're going to push through. Yes, you're going to get the job. You're going to move houses. You're doing it. Amazing. If it's a relationship, though, again, careful. Don't skip stages too much. I get it. If you overthink it, it's not going to wait forever. You're not getting any younger, right? You either believe or you don't. It's kind of like a leap of faith, and you're doing it. Fine. But always make use of that intuition of yours in case something doesn't seem right. Address it immediately. Don't let it, take a life of its own, and when you're ready to face it, it's all, oh, shocker, it's a monster. Yeah, it was growing right there in your backyard. You pretended not to see it, right? Though you were feeding it at the same time. So don't do that. Don't betray your intuition anymore, and that goes for all of us. And my moon in Pisces, so yeah, I did that as well. You grasp onto momentum, because otherwise you get either emotional and push through the task. But sooner or later you're still going to have to address, the elephant in the room, and that's even more painful. And you're going to have to push yourself over even another more kind of a comfort zone, and it's harder and harder. The more you let it grow, the harder it's going to be. To the point where you appear as a complete psycho, standing there, being completely cruel, but there's no way for you to do it, and you gotta do it. So don't do any of you, don't do that to yourself. Virgo had the same energy as well, but they had that moment of say, why? No, I don't need confirmation. I already know. I don't need to go through all the chaos and no, I didn't do it. No, I don't need that. The drama, no. I know. So it should be the same for all of us. You feel something's off, address it immediately. Cassiel in reverse. We're going to read them all. I know. Hey, hang in. We're in this together. Stay strong. You can put up with my accent for just a couple more minutes. Same way I can put up with the excruciating pain I'm in right now. The things we do for love. Anyway, this is not doing me any favors, but it may help you. The little difference does it make? At least one of us is not. Save yourselves. Whomever makes it, just go, save yourself. Okay, so let's start with the left-hand path, Elamaya 19, that 10 completion. Beautiful energy, and therefore beginning. It's a beginning, all right. I've seen a lot more energies here, but no, you gotta pay for that. It's gonna be 55 shekels. Uh, Regeneration and renewal. Beautiful. This is an angel who is strongly associated with water and all that water symbolizes. Healing, flowing, and freely giving. He supports positive change through challenging experiences. So you are asked to take a risk with your heart and be generous at this time, and you will be protected and rewarded for your offering. Challenges, giving without expectation of return. The lesson is life is a constant flow of possibilities. Remiel. Elamaya was reversed, right? So you need to also start learning that if you give indiscriminately, you're taking no accountability for how you're using or any of your skills, your time, or your energy. And don't be disappointed later on if others may either try to exploit it or overdo it or, right, drain you in the process. Or you gotta choose. You gotta choose whom you deem worthy, whom is sincere with you, whom emotional wise, not based on transactions and no interests and no emotional wise. Then again, sometimes people may have a good heart but may still get corrupted at one point or another, inadvertently, unbeknownst to them, whereas your very lack, your very pain and suffering, as it becomes almost as a source of strength for them. Not because they're draining you themselves, but rather because you represent something that helps them cope with whatever they're going through. They live vicariously through you. You represent some form of an aspect. It's a very, very problematic kind of a connection. Some may be just dependent on whatever you offer emotionally, or so don't give just to anyone, okay? Just choose wisely. Remiel, surveyor of souls. His name means thunder of God. He watches over mankind. This card speaks of taking time to prepare for the future. Remiel is for you as long as you stay the course and do not deviate from the plan. Challenges. Can you hold back until you have a clear plan? The lesson is persistence breeds possibilities. Yes, but persistence also breeds trouble. Let's see the next card. Cassiel 18. And I should know about that. I guess it depends on why you would persist. What's your motivation for doing so, right? Mediator and meditator. The enigmatic and distant Kabbalistic angel remains aloof and often hidden from human affairs, and he is associated with Saturn. He can bring tears and sorrow to those who deserve it. However, he also brings a state of moderation to chaotic situations. If this card appears as advice for one's own actions, we must take it that we should remain impartial and let events take their course. There should be no further meddling or engagement in the situation. Isn't that what we kept talking about? The meddling. We had a post about that as well. The challenge is to live in the world, but be not of it. The lesson is life will continue regardless. 9. Individual choices, embracing one's path and purpose. Satisfaction and fulfillment comes from you embracing whatever you may be at any given time, beyond possible rewards or punishments or other people's perception. Or yes, Cassiel, I love his energy. Right. Reminds me of, well, Assassin's Creed. The assassins. Okay. And of course the desert, yeah. Dune. Inner freedom. Ten, yeah, sorry. Archangel Zodiac, I shall help you awaken within your being, trust in yourself, inner beneficial freedom, divine joy, so that you may manifest as an exemplary leader. You are being prepared to be a leader of some sort. Whether you're going to be the best at your craft or you're doing something in a completely new, original, unique to you, unconventional manner. Either way, dare, break the paradigms. Welcome to the new zeitgeist. Hallelujah, praise be the Most High. Praise thy you, the Eternal One, ruler of the universe, who has kept us alive, sustained us and enabled us to reach this moment. Yafe Rafa, Yafe Ra, Yafe Ire, Yafe Shalom.